Welcome Taco Talk Tuesday. How y'all doing today?
Hey.
Woo! Everybody's good? Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead, introduce yourselves, everybody.
Darnell Lamont Walker, of course.
Danielle Crawley.
Daryl Blaylock.
Jeff Rowe 5. Real quick, everybody shift down towards Darnell. We're a little bit
Me too.
off tonight. Yeah, everybody shift. We all get a little cut off. All right, so how was your weekend? What's going on? What happened?
The weekend was cool. So I spent a couple of days in Atlanta. Last week, the end of the weekend, and so I got back Saturday. Battle of the Bands was in Atlanta, Georgia. I didn't go for that, but it was great. Bethune-Cookman killed the show, according to everyone.
Did they win?
They did.
According to you?
I believe so. I didn't make it to the Battle of the Bands, but I did post a video on whatever it was. What's the thing? Instagram. And it's really good. I mean, they were great. Bethune-Cookman College, Bethune-Cookman University now, actually. So, very great school.
What did I do? My best friend came into town from Chicago, so we went out
love.
and I finally got to have an adult drink. Finally, after 30 days, I'm back on the wagon. So yeah, we had a good time.
What did I do? I was on set filming Sexless, so I was doing what I love to do. Then I went to work and enjoyed a whole lot of company. So that's my weekend.
Company.
A whole lot of company.
Company.
Define that.
It's right. There's more questions to follow that up.
Female company.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure. I know.
What I do this weekend? I think, let's see, Friday I was out bar hopping with friends. That was always cool. Saturday I was recovering all day from Friday's drinking. And I did a shoot. I had a little bit of a photo shoot along with some other friends. That's soon to come. Y'all see. And then Sunday I just chilled. Yeah. Sunday's kind of a blur, actually. It was raining Sunday. That's what it was.
It was raining.
Sunday was that rain out of nowhere. So yeah, I just chilled. Sunday was very chill.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's why I had female company. Because it was raining.
Everybody, y'all know how we start things off. Grab your shot glass.
Ooh.
Cheers.
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 See what this shot is about tonight.
All right, big boy.
That was like a double.
Daniel, I'm so happy you can drink again. Wait, you ain't finished it. All right, there we go. Now it's real. Now it's official. All right, you guys. So we're going to jump right into Hot Topics. So, big story. Hillary Clinton made history by becoming the first woman to win the Iowa caucus. On Monday, at the Iowa Democratic Presidential Caucus, it was the definition of a nail-biter between Hillary Clinton and Senator Bernie Sanders. She won by less than a percentage point. Clinton emerged victorious and made history in doing so. She went ahead to say, "I want you to know I will keep doing what I have done my entire life. I will keep standing for you. I will keep fighting for you. I will always work to achieve the America that I believe in, where the promise of that dream that we hold out to our children and grandchildren never fades, but inspires generations to come."
She forgot to mention how her and her husband got a whole bunch of black people locked up during his presidency.
Listen, she's making history right now.
But I do feel, and I mean, literally, she won by like what, 3 votes though.
Yeah.
So
It was
like
very,
1
very
percentage
close.
point.
Yeah.
That's more interesting to me that Bernie Sanders was able to
get that.
pull up on her bumper like that.
Because are any of you on the Bernie Sanders email list at all?
No, I just love Bernie.
Okay, you feel the burn. Well, so I'm on his email list. I'm on his email list. So poll closing, he sent an email out, or his team sent an email out. It was like it was definitely a victory for Bernie Sanders because, I mean, this guy basically came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I think there's still a great chance that he could win because that was close. I mean, then you got, Iowa was yesterday. What's coming up? Some other state that no one else cares about. And so I think Bernie could get it. I'm not voting for either one, but
I think Bernie could get it too. I just think like a year ago in Iowa, he was like, what was it, like 15% in that article it said? So for him to just make that much of a stride, I think is the real news. But it also is awesome, not to take away from Hillary. It is awesome that she won.
I got love for
as
Bernie,
a-
I voted for Hillary for the primary 2008. So
Oh, you did?
I'm glad to see that she's making.
I got love for Bernie, but I
determined.
gotta go with Hillary. I'm sorry.
Really?
She tried and true. I mean, she really has been president before, and I say that in the aspect of Bill being in the bedroom with Bill. You know, you tend to make executive decisions by say, but honey, what do you think I should do about this? Well, honey, I think you should do that. So, I mean, I think she does have some type of experience in that.
Is that how you make your decisions?
Basically,
Your female company from Saturday.
Hold up. Don't act like you ain't never got no advice.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
decision made.
Your decisions.
Well, not all of them, but some of them tend to be influenced in certain extracurricular ways. So anyway,
Right.
but no, on the real, though, I think that Hillary, being with Bill and hearing a lot of things that go on in the presidency and happen to be married to him, she's been there. He's consulted with her. So
She has the
I
experience.
do agree that she's experienced. She's
She has
tried
the
and true, and I would have voted for her in 2008. So I mean, I think she'd be a great president. But I also think that there's a lot that comes with her, and a lot that and I think a lot of times black people have amnesia. Like her husband and her are responsible for a lot of black families missing a father. Like it's a lot of shit that happened during his presidency. A lot of bills were passed and laws were put in place, and I just don't want people to forget that when going to the poll. And I support Bernie this go around. If I was going to vote, I'd go for Bernie
When
Sanders.
he votes, Darnell will be voting. We discussed this last week.
I'd go
Darnell
for
will
Bernie
be
Sanders.
voting.
You're gonna drag me to the poll?
We're going to the poll there. Darnell will be voting. I'm gonna shoot it live. It's gonna be a Taco Talk. But also, you guys know on the Republican side, Donald Trump actually came in second to last.
thank
So
God.
what is
But
that saying?
I'm like, all this Trump stuff, I mean, I get it. He's polarizing. Like, it makes for interesting things to talk about. But did people really think that Donald Trump was, like, do people really believe he's going to be president?
What is the thing?
Hey,
I
man.
I
I can't
never
see
think that
that.
anybody would elect Donald Trump to be our president. I just think people really just like that he could be the voice for what a lot of
We
people
wanted to say
are.
that.
He
yeah,
has
a lot
strong
of people are
opinions,
thinking,
for
yeah.
sure.
You gotta understand.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just saying, the English Parliament actually had a session based on how he cannot be president. So this is a real threat. I think a lot of Americans don't understand that he really can become president. I mean, the days
I
of
don't
him.
think he will.
I mean, think about how much support he got right now.
I think he
Bubba,
has the money.
But you know,
to
so
be
it was
president.
really interesting. Broken down last week, and Darnell was here. So we had Kenya Parham here. She's a political strategist, and she broke it down with Donald Trump campaign. All that is, it's SEO, I believe she said, search engine optimization, where everything that he says and talks about are things that people will type in Google, Yahoo, whatever, and he will pop up at the top of that search because he's using keywords and things that are popular, that are trending. And that's why Donald Trump has been so popular with everything that he says. But like Kenya told us there, he's not put any policy or set any policy in place that will allow him to be elected.
Right.
but how many people actually understand policy anyway?
Right. That's
How many
true.
people that understand policy that votes? That's the concerning thing.
But I
though.
think most people, nobody, these extreme political figures, they make for good news, but most people don't have extreme opinions to begin with. So I think that's where he gets knocked out. Most people are pretty moderate. You know what I mean? Like in your day-to-day life, most people have moderate opinions. So I just can't see Donald Trump and all the things he says about Muslims and Mexicans. I just don't see that
You don't see that
happening.
you go to the White House. All right. So moving on. Well, congratulations, Hillary. So moving along. Next up, you guys know the Academy Awards coming up. Followed by the hashtag of Oscars So White. So they just announced some of the presenters and performers.
She said that's her favorite hashtag.
That's my
I said it's
favorite
really good.
Oh yeah.
Really
Some
good
of the presenters and performers for the Oscars have been announced, and some of these presenters include African Americans. Now, the Oscars So White hashtag
Thank
comes
God.
because there have not been any African Americans in any of the leading categories for acting, be it leading or supporting. No people of color are nominated. So, so far mentioned are Whoopi Goldberg, Kevin Hart, Kerry Washington, Quincy Jones, The Weeknd, and Pharrell.
These are presenters.
They're as presenters and performers.
Can we talk about what they
Also-
all have in common? Go ahead.
What they got in
Well,
common?
one thing
white
that
man.
was said that stupid. So Whoopi Goldberg, who is a past Oscar winner and she's also a previous host on the show, says that while she is upset about the lack of diversity in the nominees, she does not support the boycott, especially with Chris Rock being one of the hosts. And she says, starts quote, "Boycotting doesn't work and also is a slap in the face to Chris Rock. I find that also wrong, so I'm not going to boycott, but I will continue to bitch as I have all year round because I'm tired of seeing movies where no one is represented except for a bit of the population."
Man, Whoopi Goldberg needs to sit. First, I'm a fan.
Listen.
I'm a fan of Whoopi Goldberg. I'm a fan of her talent and her art and what she does. But as a person, let's not forget when she let Ted Danson come out there in blackface.
Wow.
And just make a mockery of African Americans not too long ago. And then you have all these other people, Pharrell, who came out recently and said that black people need to give a hand to white people. And The Weeknd, who was dating a 17-year-old white girl, Quincy Jones, who's never dated a black woman in his life. You have who else is on the list? Kevin Hart. Who let SNL dress him up in a dress when he said he would never do that. Like, you have all these people who have sold out to the industry that you're bringing in there. So I'm not listening to any of them. If you want to get people, and Common, who's now dating Laura Dern, like, it's some bullshit happening. Common ain't there. I just want to throw that out there. But it's some bullshit. How you just gonna put the man out there like that? I mean, it's just some bullshit. Y'all got like the biggest sellouts in Hollywood coming to tell us that don't boycott the Oscars. Get the fuck out of here.
I think it's more so not about the people that are in the industry, but about the people who are not in the industry. Because, I mean, everyone has an opinion, and we fail to realize we only make up a small percentage of the population. That doesn't give them the excuse to exploit us. I mean, not to exclude us. I mean, but at the same time, we have to, applaud like the Ava DuVernays and the up and coming Lena Waithe, who I love to death, and people like that who are actually, and even Nate Parker, he just had a new film. I mean, we gotta stop asking for what's the movie Love Jones 2. Like, although that was a good movie, we have to be creative enough, and we have to. I mean, I'm sorry, y'all. Not Boys in the Hood, but the Straight Outta Compton. It was not worthy for the best film. I'm sorry. Now, F. Gary Gray could have been nominated.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know. But if you're saying it's not an Academy, I haven't seen it, but it's not an Academy nominated film. Yet it's nominated for best screenplay, and the white people who wrote it are the ones getting the nomination.
Right. Creed, but how about Creed when they nominated Sylvester Stallone over all those young actors?
And he got a lot of backlash when he won the Golden Globe because he didn't thank the actor Michael B. Jordan or the director who's also black.
Yeah, exactly. But they nominated Sylvester Stallone
out of everybody. Like, he was the only good performer on the movie.
But I mean, I think the Oscars just. Personally, I think they just don't give a fuck, and I think it's blatant that they don't give a fuck. It's an institution that just doesn't give a fuck. If I was probably white and rich and privileged, I can't say that I would give a fuck.
But knowing people who are on the Oscar the nominating committee, is that what they're called?
Something like that.
The committee. Knowing people who are on the committee, one is bullshit. Like, the whole voting process is bullshit. And then two, the Oscar, we know that it's not entirely on them. Like, they can only nominate what's being presented to them. But they also need to stop not throwing people under the bus. They need to say it's the studio who's not putting black people to work.
With what's presented to them, every film that comes out in that calendar year is on the docket for them to vote for. So if they want to vote for Straight Outta Compton, if they want to vote for Ride Along, if they want to vote for any of those films, it's there.
I get that, but it's just like Idris Elba, who recently spoke out and said that it's not that I left England because roles weren't here. There are roles for me to play, but it's always the drug dealer or it's always the head of the gang or whatever. Like, of course the movies are there and the roles are there, but it's not movies that are worthy of Ride Along. Right. Who the fuck is going to vote for Ice Cube or Kevin Hart? You know what I mean? For best actor. So it's not that we're given roles, but the roles are bullshit. And so I think the Oscars need to look at the studios and say, it's your fault, and you need to own this, and stop telling them to put it on us.
So
but
the
Oscars won't do that.
Goes to the point of Jada Pinkett asking, weeks ago, for people to boycott. And Janet Hubert came back and said to her, "You and Will Smith have this production company. Why don't you all create these movies for black people? They're hiring."
Well, they have all.
So what about black people that aren't?
But even Overbrook Studios is an all-white company. His whole writing room is white. So they don't count either. Like Will and Jada just need to shut the
They
fuck
were
up.
mad because Will didn't get nominated. Let's be
That's
real.
what it is.
And
But,
she was like, my
but
husband
what
didn't
I'm
get
just saying,
nominated.
I'm
all
just saying, though, they're not
respect, I
doing
don't think
anything
he
to
should have been
change
nominated.
the spectrum of film
Right.
with their production company.
They should, and that's what they should be doing. And again, like a lot of like Jada spoke out. We need to boycott. No, maybe you need to put
That
the
was
film
in
in
her
these
own
people's
interest.
hands.
Well, we're not even talking about Jada as an actress,
Viola
but her body
Davis.
of work.
Viola Davis a couple years ago said, they're not writing the black woman's story. Well, write the black woman's story. You
That's
have
the
enough.
thing.
Viola Davis has enough power to demand that now, and she's still saying, "Well, there aren't roles being offered." Well, present those roles. Like, who's presenting it? So we need to look at these studios and say it's your fault. Like Mike, my man.
We've done that though. We've done that.
Right,
We've done
right,
that.
right,
Said that
right,
to the
right.
studios. We've done
I
that.
think
I mean, I know. I'm not saying that we have done it, but I'm saying it's this. The Academy needs to say. The Academy hasn't said it, not publicly. I'm saying we say it. We have no power though in this
You think
situation.
the Academy needs to say
I don't
Yeah,
think
because
I don't think so. I don't think so.
if you're blaming me, if you are sitting here and saying, Darnell, you did this, and I know that it's not my fault, I'm going to throw the person whose fault it really is under the bus.
I disagree because that's like, let me break it down a little bit further. That's like if we are sitting here judging a step show. It's not our job to say to each individual team, you need to bring this to the table, you need to bring this to the table. We're judging what is presented to us. We're supposed to have an unbiased opinion about everything that's presented to us. We can't give, input as to how your show's
But as a
structured.
judge, people have at least come to me and said, we should have won. And
Wait,
I've said,
after, because you can't.
But that's
you
what I'm
can't
saying.
go to them beforehand.
Afterward, and I've said, yes, you should have won. And this is the reason you did not. And I would tell them, like, your team, this is what happened. But I think somewhat like it's the studios, it's the casting directors, it's the executive producers who are saying, well, maybe we should make this white. A friend of mine wrote a movie with all black characters. It was starring Renee Zellweger. And so when it came out, there was maybe
I'm done.
there was maybe one black person in the cast. It's like,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
because that's what the studio was doing.
Yeah.
I mean, but they're
Alright.
looking out for their best interests. If I'm a white man, my best interest is white men, probably, or at the very least, white people, and that's something that's subconscious. So
We need to stop. Like we have the leverage
Yeah,
to
we ha-
stop.
we have
to
to.
make change, and we're the ones still supporting it. If we're not gonna do anything about it. Why would they change?
And more important, those of us who actually have a platform and actually have the capacity to create those films and stop, selling out and actually put the onus on them. Okay, I'm gonna produce these films because it's a lot of us out there who can make those.
We're not
films.
doing it. Like if we looked at Kevin Hart and said, "We would never see another one of your films until you go to Hollywood and say, make a change." Jay-Z,
consumers?
huh?
You talking about
We the consumers
or
need to we the consumers need to get together and look at Kevin and Whoopi and all these black actors and Viola Davis and Taraji P. Henson and Kerry Washington and say, we're going to stop supporting you until you do this. Because like in the beginning, people have to get their start. So I get why people do some
know
things,
what?
but once
But
you
look at
once you
Monique.
get,
we don't do that until we feel like we're offended.
Yeah.
Like the thing I hear was
Yeah.
like the
I
Stacey
get it.
Dash
Yeah.
thing for years.
Man, let's talk about Stacey
Black
Dash.
people have loved Stacey Dash. We talk about her beauty. We talk Stacey Dash ain't did shit for real since Clueless. She was in All Falls Down video and she did The Game, which I never watched.
And what's the
But
little show she did on VH1?
I don't know. I don't know.
Girlfriend.
And that's the thing.
Girlfriend,
That's the thing. Nobody knows
that
her
shit.
body of work.
That shit.
but black people will say that's the black chick from Clueless and Mo Money because
Yeah.
that's what we know her and love and support her until now she said that stupid shit that we shouldn't have Black History Month and we like fuck Stacey Dash. Yo, yesterday I peeped at her Instagram.
her
Her comments, it's a bunch of like black fist, dark face
Happy
emojis.
Black History Month.
somebody was like, happy Black History with your black ass.
All right, but that's going off topic though. All right.
But I do. But I guess in conclusion, I definitely think that
In conclusion.
we definitely have the power to say, listen, we need you to say
No, we don't.
something, and unless you say something, we're not going to support you, and that's the leverage
But I
we
don't
have.
know if the
We don't need
power
the
lies
money.
with the actors, though. The power lies in the leadership.
would, if they-
Actors are often, you know what I mean? I mean,
With
there's
I
a
feel
face,
it.
but I don't
Tons.
believe that the actors
Yeah.
have that much power necessarily either. I think it's the leadership, executive.
As an actor,
Some
actors
actors-
don't, because if
some
you're an
actors
actor,
have the power,
You
though.
want to, you got to pay.
Some
You got to
black
pay.
Some do.
actors.
Some
But
black.
look at Monique, who won an Oscar and said all this stuff was supposed to happen and it didn't. You know what I
But
mean?
she didn't play the
That's-
game. We
yeah,
got Viola
she
Davis
didn't
out
play
there
the
playing.
That's what I mean, playing the game.
Right.
But demanding Denise Ross probably isn't playing the game either. I don't know if the
All right, y'all. So we gotta move on. We gotta come with these. We gotta get.
You said she ain't playing the game.
So completely changing.
What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing?
All right, y'all. So this story right here, this is very interesting. So headline is: Mom knocks assistant principal unconscious. Police say.
Police say? Nah, it ain't confirmed. Police
So
say
the police say that Tracy Lawrence, she went to her daughter's school, Lakeview Elementary School in Virginia. Tracy is 43. She went to the school to talk to the assistant principal about a matter involving her child. Lawrence was unsatisfied with the administrator's final decision on the matter, at which point she allegedly stood up and hit the woman in the head, according to a press release from the police department.
we all know that moment.
Officials from the school district declined to comment on the incident, but police said no children witnessed the physical altercation or inexcusable behavior. So, is it ever appropriate for a
No.
Never.
Get your life together.
Oh, and here's
Maybe
Tracy.
I missed something.
That was Tracy mugshot.
What was this?
And she looking like, and I'll do it again.
She like, yeah, I do it
She
again.
looking like, and I'll do it
I thought
again.
she might have been right in the situation.
What's up?
So give me a rundown again.
She's like a running back.
Tracy was called into the school because it is not listed what the situation was with her child, her daughter.
Yeah, so they don't say
did, but she was called in for the situation, and Tracy did not like the way that it was handled by the administration.
Oh shit! What? See,
Nobody likes the way it's handled.
fuck that. I'm on the side of the mama.
No, I'm not. No.
Because I've seen some bullshit happen, and it's some bullshit
Well, so
happened to me
this is,
when I
what
was in
says,
school.
this is what it says to me. For whatever reason, the child, we don't know yet, got in trouble.
Right.
Now, the fact that her mother came in and bust this woman upside the head
Maybe.
lets me know that this is learned behavior.
Correct.
Whatever she did.
But why?
It's
See,
acted
okay,
out of-
so I have a cousin who's a little older than me. She went to school. 2 girls tried to jump her. She beat both of the girls up.
Okay.
The principal called my cousin's father and was like, "You need you to come down here. Your daughter just got into a fight. And we need you to come handle the situation." He was like, "Who won?" And they were like, "Well, your daughter won." He was like, "Well, she all right." And y'all not gonna suspend her either, because there are situations that happen that might not have been the girl's fault. Like it might have been an altercation, but it might not have been the girl's fault. And if it was not, we don't know. So I'm just basically.
I'm gonna say this: you know your kid,
And you know yourself.
You know yourself, but you know whether your kid is capable of or not. You know if she's a bully or she's not. So I'm gonna say I'm like you. It's learned behavior.
learned behavior.
She like the mom.
The thing I hate is that it doesn't give enough detail as to what the kid got in trouble for,
But the
and
fact-
exactly what
the fact that the mom would
administrator
come
said
and-
to the
and
mom.
hit- and
But
hit
the
a
fact that the
teacher?
mom got so unraveled that she, as the adult,
Knock
hit this
somebody
woman.
But let me
That's
let me break the situation down by the photo. Pull the photo up again. I'm gonna tell you what I noticed. So it's a weekday. So it's a weekday. The mom came down in a graphic T-shirt and a side ponytail.
No job.
So that means she's not working.
No job.
That means she ain't working that
No
day.
job.
She
No
ain't working that
job.
day. So it could be learned
Learned
behavior.
yesterday.
It could be learned behavior.
I
But
think it's learned behavior.
It's learned behavior. If your mom is knocking out the vice principal, expect for you to
One more-
really
I got
give,
one
I
more
don't expect for you to give a lot of fucks.
No,
in seventh
Like, you know what I'm saying?
grade,
Like-
no, but in 7th grade,
It's not gonna
this
happen.
boy in school,
It's not
this
gonna happen.
big boy in school threatened to kill me. In 7th grade, because
You got
I said some shit. Because I learned. This is when I learned. This is about the time I learned what bastard meant. And so I was going around calling people a bastard. And so this big redneck boy came to my classroom and was like, "I'm going to kill you." And they suspended both of us because they were like, "Well, they called my mom and was like, 'We're scared. We don't want him to come to school because it's dangerous, so we're going to have to suspend him too." My mama came down there and was like, "Y'all ain't going to suspend my son for shit." So that could have been a situation.
But did she knock out the teacher?
So
Oh, my mama, she was about to. My mama
Question.
my mama said my fourth grade teacher. So she couldn't talk to me no more.
What was that learned behavior?
It was not.
What did you
Actually,
do?
my dad was.
Wait a minute.
There's
So,
a-
what did you do when the boy said he wanted to kill
I
you?
laughed at him.
Okay, that's all you did was laugh. This girl, we don't know the details. This girl obviously did something that landed her in trouble.
Yeah.
For her mother to also be called in there. So all you did was laugh, but this girl did something.
But we don't know
We
why.
don't
But
know
see, again, we
why.
don't know why because the teacher could have put her hand on the girl.
Yeah,
The vice president, the vice
But
president
that
could have grabbed on the girl.
Listen, my mama who watches this show,
Hey, Mama.
if she gets called into the principal's office, whether I was right or wrong in the situation, I know when I got home, my ass was getting
beat
beat.
off top.
See, as
My
long as I-
mother never got out of pocket,
Right.
and my mother was very well composed. However, she had to come either from work or her day off to the principal's
I learned how to come from work though. From work.
That's an ass whooping.
From work, that's a problem.
Now you would never you done embarrassed her.
Tracy,
Tracy,
is
So my daddy would come up to
Because
the
you don't know how to
my dad
act.
would come up to the school while I'm there.
Tracy is
Like that.
all of 23, and that's what it is. Her ass don't need no kids.
But I feel like a lot of times parents, teachers will, I know a lot of teachers will tell me stories about kids who are like 5 doing like, yeah, let's get drunk. And then the mom comes up and is like, yeah, this is a real story. And the mom comes up like, I don't know where he learned that. Like, yes,
on,
you
bro.
do. Yes.
Come
And
on,
you
man.
probably seen him do
That's
it.
what you say in front of these people. So when you get home, you
Exactly.
knock the shit out of your child.
I don't know where he learned
Hey,
that.
All right,
whatever
y'all,
happened
so-
to what stays in his house, what happened in his house stays in his house.
All right. Remember when kids was kids?
Yeah.
All right, moving on. So next story. So a Minnesota high school dodgeball team, they wear KKK-like costumes. So several students at a Minnesota high school are facing suspension for wearing costumes that some say look too much like the hood and robes of the KKK. It was a charity dodgeball game, and these are the students. You know, after the game, they're showing the bracket. They have the white,
What the hell that is?
whatever that is, on
Headpiece.
top of their head.
Am I missing
Now, it didn't. First, some kids when they walked in were shocked by it, but it really came after the game when one of the kids posted a Snapchat video with the caption "Grand Wizard."
Oh, and there
Look
it
at his ass
is.
beat.
I'm about to say, I thought I was missing something, but there it is.
That
There
one
it
looks
is right
more
there.
like the KKK.
Now, no one said anything during the event itself, which was supervised by teachers and administrators. However, the district received complaints after images were shared on social media, and 7 of the students, they have been suspended. The school's population is 93% white, 3% Hispanic, 2% African American, and 2% Asian.
Well, learn behavior.
I blame the parents. I think we need to kill all. No, I think. I mean, I don't know. I think we're not being hard enough on these students. Like the shit that happened last week in Arizona. Or a week and a half
That's
ago,
exactly
we
what I
should
was
have
gonna
we
say.
should have expelled them. And now other kids are looking at them like, well, shit, 5-day suspension, I can do that. Fuck it,
Right.
for a joke.
Right.
Cool. I can get likes on this
But
and,
this
and
shit-
national exposure. We know people like there are copycat killers who are doing stuff just to get on the news.
Yeah.
So of course these kids are doing stuff just to get on Instagram and on Facebook. So if you expel these kids and stop babysitting their ass and say, fuck it, we just gonna
And the
make
term,
sure you don't
what the boy
graduate this
put
shit.
on his Snapchat, the term "Grand Wizard."
on,
Again, this
man.
goes back to
That's a straight
learned
shot.
It's the
behavior. This
KKK.
is something
We
that
know
he
the
has
Grand
been
Wizard.
taught from somewhere.
Right.
Like these kids doing the girls last
Exactly.
week spelling out "nigga" on their shirts. These kids, this is learned behavior that came from somewhere. Because these kids don't just know what Grand Wizard is.
I'm mad at the black kids that go to the school because I mean, me
The
being from
2%?
Harrisburg, Mississippi.
2%.
That's what I'm saying.
If that been my school back in high school and them boys did that, oh man, we would have
That's
dressed them
exactly
boys
what I
to
said
the mud.
last week. I said we
But
still be fighting.
how many
We would
white people
still
went to
be
your high
fighting.
school versus black
It
people?
was probably 70-30.
White?
70-30 white.
That sounds more than this. This is
So-
93% white, 2% black.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
got
Like,
more
it doesn't-
Hispanic than they
Like,
do black.
and not even the black kids. I'm disappointed in the black kids' parents for not teaching them how to stand up for.
There it is.
Because
There it
I'm
is.
like you at my school, when those white girls would have spelled out nigger, or these kids would have put on some KKK,
You would've got
shit,
drugged through the
they
mud,
would have
bruh.
been fucked up
Off
on
top.
site.
On site. There
On
it is.
site.
Off top.
And that would have been it. Fuck a suspension. They just wouldn't have been able to come to school for about 2 weeks.
Right.
So, and that's it. I don't know. Black kids, y'all need to start saying.
But I
fuck
think
that.
when you're like, when you're 2%, it might be a little bit harder to stand up for yourself.
I'm sure
in
they
that
probably
situation.
assimilated into the. They probably think they white
Assimilated.
too.
Right, or
They probably think they white
just,
too, yeah.
either that or just really desensitized to it. They probably hear racist things all day. But
Yeah.
of course, when they're like, I went to high school where it was like 60% white. The white people were used to black people. It's different. When you're immersed in just a mixed environment versus when it's just white people all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's a little bit different.
All right. So switching gears. All right. So Utah lawmaker proposes legislation to make porn a public health crisis. Claims adult films are more addictive than cocaine.
First
So,
of all,
Hey.
this guy right
This
here.
guy.
This is Senator Todd Wheeler of Utah. He is taking a stand against pornography, blaming Skinflix for creating a sexually toxic environment, increasing the demand for prostitution, and ruining families.
He looks like he watched porn.
yeah.
Child porn. He was a child
Oh
porn.
my God.
Ah, he cold blooded.
Wait. So
Oh, I wasn't ready.
Hey, think about it.
Hang on. He called for a reform to take on the pornography epidemic that is harming citizens of Utah and the nation.
Harming?
The politician told the Daily News that porn was more addictive and powerful than drugs, and public needed to start seeing adult films as a national epidemic.
People like sex. People like to get off, and
Listen,
if you
right.
get rid of porn, people are still gonna find porn in the
Right.
corners of the internet and
Corners.
still beat off to it. Okay,
Right.
there's no way to. I mean, maybe you have an addiction, sir.
I
but-
think that
That's what I feel like
whenever
it's
there's
coming from.
we have someone
He
who's
has an
strongly
addiction.
against something, 9 times out of 10 they probably battling for
he
it.
probably
that's the
overcame
thing.
his
That's
porn
the-
addiction.
that's
That's
my-
what
Overcame it.
everyone
They
else.
always say to learn the sins of the pastor, you got to listen to what he preaches against.
Listen, I wonder how he knows more addictive than cocaine.
Because he's him
Because he
and
been
Kirk,
the
Because he was
cocaine
like,
and
"Watch some
porn.
porn."
Why he snoring?
him and Kirk Franklin trying to get over
Oh,
it.
Listen, you keep bringing folks into the conversation. And it ain't got
Well,
nothing to do
well,
with
you know, Kirk Franklin was that was his
Well,
whole thing.
it.
He was
Nothing to
addicted
do
to
with-
pornography.
Yeah.
He was addicted to pornography.
He was addicted to pornography.
The man was minding his own
real
business.
quick.
He may have minded his own business. Come on now.
Listen,
I'll tell you about Kirk
pornography
Franklin.
can be like a cigarette for some people. I don't smoke cigarettes, but sometimes you just need.
I do
a
know
break.
people that are addicted to pornography.
Yeah, I mean,
But I don't understand what's wrong with it.
I don't think I know anyone addicted.
So what
to
exactly?
porn.
I mean, none of us are experts on it, but what exactly does addicted mean? Like, what is?
you can't go without it.
You can't
Right.
interrupt your
You
day.
need it.
or-
But would you
Yeah.
rather? Okay, if you are addicted to porn, that's obvious. If you're addicted to anything, it's a problem. But like, you could also be out here having reckless sex, which I feel like is much more dangerous and much more of a public health crisis than
you being asexual.
on
Man,
your
this would be a great
computer.
time to show that video.
Beating your dick.
Which one?
The video of the woman she got
Oh, the
that's
pastor.
yes,
Mhm.
the pastor. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, but yeah, I don't know. That,
But
I just
I-
think
I
it's a
agree.
little safer than having reckless sex. You know what I
But
mean?
I think that's what he's saying. He's saying that
Oh, it leads
porn
to
is a
it?
gateway
I
addiction.
mean,
He says yes, increasing prostitution and ruining.
masturbation,
That means folks
then.
is taking the
Hold up.
fantasy
Wait.
story a little too
Ain't no
far.
way porn is increasing prostitution. Prostitution been here since the beginning of damn
For
time.
real.
Okay?
For real.
Furthermore, he's in Utah. I mean, them folks up there is a bunch of prudes anyway. Let me
Having
tell
sex
you.
with their cousins, getting married to all. There's all kind of shit going on in Utah that he needs to focus on before.
Right, other than me
getting rid
watching
of
porn in my
pornography.
damn house.
but he said he's not trying to get rid of masturbation, which I thought was interesting.
But it's like one and the
Don't
same.
you masturbate
Two
to
porn, what you doing?
Like,
What
isn't
are you
that
I don't know
porn?
who's ever sat there and watched porns like it was a rerun of Good Times.
Well, I watch it for the plot. So. I like the plot. That's the best part of the porn.
Do you turn it
character
off when the clothes
development.
drop?
I know. I fast forward to the. I fast forward to the end of.
To your favorite
Because
position.
you want to think about. I like to think about. Well, maybe the next time I do go get a physical, maybe some shit might happen. You know what I'm saying?
Hang on, that's what I'll say. It's an addiction when you walk out into the real world, or when you have a service order for your cable to get fixed,
Right.
and all of a sudden the cable
Call it-
man
you
or
call it-
woman,
You call it a gas station, like, I think it's a leak.
when you go to the public library,
Oh shit! You watching?
and you
Not at the public library.
maybe he has a point to get rid of damn.
Yeah, I say maybe we should get rid of it.
All right, y'all.
Oh man, y'all gonna be crying.
So this next story, you guys, is out of Miami, Florida. So a female driver, her name is Claudia Castillo. She recorded a video of a conversation with her and the officer. So Claudia was driving, and she says an officer drove past her going above 80 miles an hour. Claudia proceeded to follow him while she drove over 80 miles an hour.
She
She
was back.
honked and flashed her lights to get his attention a few times, but he kept driving. After she followed him into downtown Miami, the unidentified officer finally pulled over to see what was going on. We have a clip of the video because she recorded the whole thing. So let's take a look at it, and then we will come back to talk about it.
The reason I pulled you over today and I'm asking you to come over and have a conversation is because I saw you since Miller Drive when you were first jumping onto the Palmetto.
Okay.
And you were pushing 90 miles an hour.
Really? Okay.
Yes, and because I was going right behind you,
Okay.
and you passed me at, I was going, 35 miles an hour down Miller. You passed me like I was standing still.
Okay.
Then after that, you got on the ramp, and we went past Bird Road. I pushed 80 to try and catch up with you, and I was still, eating your dust. You were leaving me behind, and I was going 80 miles an hour. And I just wanted to know what's the emergency.
I don't know how fast I was going, but I can tell you this: I'm on the way to work right now. Mm-hmm. I don't believe I was speeding, but like I said, you're entitled to your opinion. I just saw you now when you pulled over next to me, which is why I pulled over here. I thought you had some kind of emergency or anything. Everything fine?
No, everything's
Just me
fine. Yeah, it's your speeding.
Okay, well, I apologize, and I'll be sure to slow down then.
All right. So,
Shout out to
hold on.
Claudia.
First thing,
Because you bought that life.
if Claudia was a black man,
Come on.
she'd be dead.
Come on.
She'd been
Dead as
dead.
hell.
Claudia
What was
be
this,
dead.
Miami?
This is Miami.
She would have been
Yeah.
dead as fuck.
Claudia
Like,
been
what?
dead.
Dead.
I'm so confused.
And secondly, did y'all notice how the officer?
He was so scared.
He paid it. He was like, okay.
But it sounded like
he's like, well, I'm on my way to work, so okay, I'll slow down. Okay.
Oh my god! To me, it sounds like he was nervous though. He's like, I mean, you're entitled to your opinion.
He said you're entitled to your opinion. That's not nervous.
I mean,
that's
that's nervous, but it's like-
I don't have time
but I
for
feel-
what you're talking to me
Or
about.
more
Right, but
I don't care.
I think
'cause
if
I'm
he
the
was
police.
black, it would have been so much more. Like if I had done that, he'd be like, "What the fuck?"
I
Right.
think
That
he
is,
been- I think
you're
he been-
entitled to your opinion is one of those backhanded.
That's the way to end it.
what is it?
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
They would have got me a long time.
I think he was new on the force. There ain't no way you been a vet on the force. You've been sitting there listening to what she had to say.
I like that though. I like her, Claudia.
Oh, I'm all on Claudia's side, but
personally
Claudia,
can't stand the
listen,
police.
Claudia about
Claudia
that
is the type of bitch. Imagine if Claudia was your neighbor.
Oh, she
That
tell
bitch,
every motherfucking
every
thing.
time
She
your
could be
music,
my neighbor,
every
though.
time your music go up, Claudia calling the damn cops.
Because she's on
Holla,
neighborhood watch.
nigga.
Right.
No,
Talking
I'm
about
straight
she
on
be riding with her boyfriend and his 2 kids. So let's examine Claudia's life first of all.
Claudia ain't got shit else to do.
Claudia got all kinds
No,
of cats
Claudia-
in the house. She probably a whore.
Claudia need a man. Claudia ain't got no man in her life. Because if she did, she would be minding her own
She a
damn
hoarder.
business.
She got all kinds of shit going
You said
on.
a
But I do
Border,
like that she was holding the police accountable. Nobody ever does that because you feel like you can.
I do like she made a,
Oh, I did it
citizen's
yesterday.
arrest. She made a citizen's
citizen's
arrest.
So yesterday I was on my Snapchat. It might still be up there. I was at Chick-fil-A, and the cops walked in, and I looked out the window, and they had parked on the crosswalk. And I was like, "So y'all can park illegally, so y'all can get some chicken?"
Did you say that to him?
I did, and I put it on Snapchat. So it was in my story. I don't know if it's still on there, but
What's your Snapchat name?
clever.bastard.
Clever.bastard. Y'all go check it out. All right. So, y'all done with this?
Cause fuck the police.
All right, y'all. So that's it for Hot Topics for tonight. So we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back with, what's next? Viewer questions.
Everybody is on. Shots, 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 shots. Everybody! Shots, 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 shots.
All right, y'all. We are back now. How's everybody feeling?
Cool.
Feeling good? All right, y'all. So now is the time for viewer questions. This is the point where we like to listen to the questions you guys have for us. Remember, send your questions to tacotalktuesday@gmail.com, and we will do our best to help you out. So, first question. I've lived next door to the Smiths. Wait a minute, that's my last name.
Okay.
I've lived next door to the Smiths for 18 years. They're nice people. When problems have arisen, they've helped me out, and I've done the same for them. We're good neighbors and friends. I have known the Smiths' children their whole lives. Their daughter, who is now 17, their son, who was born a year later. In the morning, the son gets up around 6:45 a.m. He walks into the kitchen, fixes a bowl of cereal. Then he stands at the counter watching morning sports while eating his breakfast in the nude. There's absolutely no evidence of arousal of any kind. When the bathroom becomes available, he goes in for a shower. I have never seen any of the other family members naked. This boy has no compunctions about being seen by his father, mother, sister, or next door neighbor. He's been nude in my presence a dozen of times. I know it's common for little boys to run around without clothes on sometimes, but he's not a little boy anymore. My question, is it normal for a 16-year-old boy to walk around the house naked in plain view of his family members? No one seems to notice or care. There are no looks or comments. Help.
Hell no.
No, wait.
My-
No. This bitch knows he gets up at 6:45
First of all,
a.m.
why do you?
and
First of all,
watches-
she's stalking.
Why do you know he's eating cereal?
What kind of cereal is he eating?
First of all, she's stalking.
First of all, she's the stalker. She's the stalker in this case. Because to me, it sounds like this boy's in his house, in his home.
Mind his own damn business, by the way.
Now, y'all go ahead.
But when she said she's also been in the house with him while he was
This bitch
naked,
ain't
that's
coming to my house
that's
no
the
more.
part that's
Oh.
weird. Why is your son naked when there's company, or just naked in general? But
knows?
My dad would have told me
Hippie
put my
family.
goddamn clan, put
He
some
might be
clothes
trying to
on.
fuck the neighbor.
This Negro.
Can that not be it?
This is true.
well,
What were you doing?
ma'am,
She is stalking him.
Your mama had a friend you wanted to have sex with
Bruh.
all the time.
And with that family, you never know. Wait, but this is
Jeff, your mama had a friend.
I am not.
And you know your mama had a friend.
Danielle, what do you say about this?
No, I think he's weird. I think
is
you
strange.
should tell the parents, be like, I like hanging out with whatever you like to do with them.
you can't tell the parents.
Just be like,
It's
but
up
you know,
to
when
you.
your son is naked in front of me in the house, it makes me uncomfortable. Don't mention that from the window in the morning, because now you're equally weird. Just mention when you're in the house and he's naked. Don't mention the cereal.
Because also, it's
that's
like,
weird
if you
too.
looking at the house, does that mean, look, I feel like she casing the joint.
Casing.
She just so happened to start her looking at 6:45 a.m. to see when they gone. Because this bitch coming in the house trying to get whatever they got. She's been in the house, so she got her eyes on something.
But she said he waits for the bathroom to be available. So
She
that
waiting
means
for them
that
to go
there's
to
other
school.
people.
He's 16. She waiting for him to go to school.
Oh.
And that's some, I feel like that's illegal.
That's
That is
illegal.
illegal.
I mean, maybe she's a concerned citizen.
Let her go off that video like Claudia.
Definitely don't mention that you watch him at 6:45
Don't
in the
mention you
morning.
watch him at
Don't mention
6:45.
that. Just mention when you're in the house, when you've been invited in.
When you've been invited.
Pretty much.
Because breaking and entering,
Yeah,
whatever
that's
state
not-
you in is illegal.
That's not a good look, Charlie.
All right, next question, you guys. My boyfriend and I were together for 2 years when suddenly his father passed away. Prior to his father's death, we had a good relationship. It has been a month since the funeral, and now we're no longer together. He's pushed me away, saying he needs space. He says he wants us to be together eventually, but it's best that we end things now. He says it has nothing to do with me. He loves me, and I was a good girlfriend. It's just something he's going through. I'm distraught. He was my first love, and I can't believe he would just end our relationship so abruptly. He's discarded me like a piece of trash. If you truly love somebody, how can you just leave them without cause? I'm trying to pick up the pieces of my broken heart, but I'm unclear on how to proceed. Some of my friends say I should fight for what I love, but my mom and aunt say I should just leave him alone as requested. Please help me. I don't know what to do.
It's your first love, so we get it. It's like a big deal, but people leave people they love all the time. That's life. So
Right.
I think you should personally leave him. Be a friend. Be somebody who he can lean on if he needs you. But otherwise, leave it
But I
alone.
mean,
So what I
I
gather
think
from
sometimes
reading
though
this-
that think that he just needs time
That's
to
what I'm
figure
about to
out what needs to happen in his life.
She's selfish.
It's a very selfish
She's
story.
selfish?
I think so too.
She's
That's
like,
very
what
much
she
so.
said, "Oh, his daddy died,
Very
but he
much
don't
so.
want me." Girl,
It's not
let
about
his
you.
dad die.
Let
It's
him
not
grieve
about
in the
Look,
way he
you.
needs to.
look, my dad
Exactly.
died. My dad died a year and a half ago, and I be one. Unless you lost a parent, you don't understand what that does to you. Like you actually feel like half of your life force leave your body, and you were like. Then, if your father was someone who you look up to, he's like you gauge everything you do up to him because he's like the man you want to be. So you kind of feel lost, and not only that, you feel hurt, you feel confused, you feel so many different things. And the last thing you're concerned with is a motherfucking relationship.
So Danielle, are you that girl?
What? That's like, why aren't you paying me attention?
Yes.
First of all,
Because
yes.
your
But
reaction-
second of all, no. I think she should leave him alone. I think she should be there for him if he needs her. But I think you should leave him alone. And I do think it's not necessarily about you right now. But I also, on the flip side, understand how it feels like it's about you.
Because this whole letter is
it
not
is your
about.
relationship.
It's not about advice. This whole letter is about her.
Right, because
her
she
needs, her
hasn't,
wants,
and she
what
hasn't
she
said
needs.
like he's done. She hasn't said anything bad that he's done outside of
At all.
leaving her. I think she just.
It sounds like
he said he wants to be with her still.
Right.
He probably is looking out for her. Like, listen,
Pretty much.
I'm about to go through some depression. I'm about to
Right.
go through anxiety,
Right.
whatever, and I don't want you to be there when it happens.
Right,
Exactly.
pretty much.
But I do think you gotta.
But I think
So
she
you
should.
kinda
She
gotta-
should let her. But again, I think she should let him know that she's there if he needs.
That's
her.
what
course,
you should do. You
of
should be
course.
there for him, and that's it. That's all you can do.
That's all you can do.
Of course.
All right, last question. I've been happily married for nearly 3 years. My husband is fine except for one problem. He has a very
What? Say it. Say it.
He has a very tiny male organ.
You gotta go.
It does not.
Testicle?
All
What's the part?
right, let me get through this question.
The dick?
I'm gonna start pre-reading these questions. All right, y'all. Listen. I'm start pre-reading these questions before I present them.
kidding.
So, happily married for 3 years. Finally set my husband a very tiny organ. It does not bother me, but he constantly apologizes to me about it. He's
That's
so
annoying.
self-conscious that he doesn't like for me to see him undressed. Now, I'm an old-fashioned girl. I saved myself for marriage. Before I met my husband, I saved myself before I met my husband. I did some heavy petting with a couple of former boyfriends, but that was all. When he and I dated, I knew he was not well endowed. He was not as well endowed as my former boyfriends, but I accepted it. Now he started saying he thinks I should have an affair with someone properly endowed, so that I won't feel cheated. He says he wants me to experience satisfaction in a way he knows he can't provide me. I don't want this. I can't understand why he's asking me to do such a thing. He keeps harping on it. At first, I was shocked. Now, I must admit, he has me wondering if I'm really missing out on something. Should I do it to pacify him and satisfy my own curiosity? I can't bring myself to go against my upbringing and commit adultery. Please advise me. I'm frustrated with this entire situation.
Okay, I think that yes, she should do it, but I think that it's a way she could include him in it. Because I think they need to do it together, and not. Just bring someone into the. There are groups for
micro penises.
No, I mean he doesn't have to do anything. Like I know people
he can
who
watch.
He can watch, or like there are parties that happen, and guys show up with their wives and like I just want someone to fuck my wife. I want a black man to fuck my wife.
He's asking her to do it, so it sounds like he wouldn't have a problem.
He wouldn't have a problem being there.
And that's nice of him. First of all, what a nice guy. But I think that if he has a micro penis, he should definitely know how to do other stuff. Really,
I was just about to say that.
Can he make you?
But look, how about this though? He has the issue with it. She does not.
Doesn't, right.
She is fine with him and whatever.
And that goes into insecurities, and there are some insecurities that people will never get over.
Yeah.
And I think if it's that heavy of an insecurity, you can't stay unless you find a way to work around it. He's never going to get rid of that insecurity.
Yeah.
So you need to find a way to work around that and maybe bring someone else in.
You think that'll help?
I think it could. I think wanting to open up their communication, and even if they bring someone else in, their communication will be so open that he will finally realize, like, hey, okay, well, I hear what you're saying now. It's not a problem.
It's more than one way to skin a cat. So I think I would strongly advise old boy or you to encourage him how to use his mouth a whole lot more.
And his fingers.
A strong tongue game can solve a whole lot of things.
She is fine with whatever it is he's doing.
It's him.
That's the thing. It's him.
But something started it, and maybe she said something like.
I think he's just insecure.
She saw her.
But it's 3 years in.
He saw her personal stash of toys and got insecure.
Right, and that's what it was. Like, there's something that she did, or her facial expression when they were trying to have sex or something. He was like, "Oh."
I think it's just him. I don't think it has anything to do with her. I think it's him and his micro penis, and that's where the insecurities come.
Y'all ever seen the micro penis?
I saw pictures, but at the end of the day, like that is his insecurity. It's not yours. There's nothing that I agree.
Yeah,
there's
you can't do anything about his insecurity.
To do anything about anyone else's insecurity.
Once someone's insecure, there's nothing you can do.
That's so personal.
Nothing you can do. All right, there you have it. So you guys email us tacotalktuesday@gmail.com with your questions. We'll do our best to help you out. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back to let you know who we are obsessed with. So now's the point of the show. So typically we like to let you guys know what we are obsessed with, but because it is February, Black History Month, we have switched it up to let you know who we are obsessed with this week. So we'll be honoring each week a person of color, just in a positive manner. So Darnell, you want to go ahead and...
Okay, can I say something about Black History Month real quick?
Sure.
Okay, and it's nothing bad, but I feel like Black History Month has come a long way from where it used to be. Like, it used to be us acknowledging our contributions to the world, and it seems like in the last few years it's been about us acknowledging the first black people into white spaces, and I think we need to pull back from that and go back to what we used to talk about with Black History Month. Like, these people did this, and now like the last couple of years all you hear is, oh, he's the first black person to eat a Pringle at the basketball game. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, what? So I think we need to stop doing that and get back to what we used to do. So my person who I'm obsessed with, so my brother just had a baby, and this is my nephew, Christopher. And I think, you know, this is the future of Black history. Christopher was born 2 weeks ago. Yeah, he's adorable, right? So I'm obsessed with this little human being, and I think that he's going to be the future of Black American, Black excellence. So we're going to make sure that this happens. So that's who I'm obsessed with right now.
All right. Danielle, who are you obsessed with?
I am obsessed with, excuse me, Deborah Cartwright. She is an artist. Her work has been featured on McDonald's campaigns and People magazine. But what I really love about
That's my
her,
dog.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Deborah K.
Cartwright, her right here.
Yeah, she's a
She
graphic designer, illustrator.
She does these watercolors that just show black women in the softest, most romantic, most beautiful light. And she was actually recently featured on the NBC Black 28. She's one of those people. So it's like Steph Curry, a whole bunch of prominent black people under the age of 28. And I think she is awesome. And they're all the illustrations have black girls with natural hair, and it's beautiful.
Yeah,
so.
she's dope, man. Like, we're friends on Facebook, and maybe in real life.
In real life.
You never really know. But yeah, she is dope.
Invite her to come to Taco Talk Tuesday.
She is dope, and her work is great. So
Her
you get a
work
chance to
is
check it out. Which, you know, let me say something about this NBC 28 real quick.
Oh, right.
So someone at NBC forgot that it was 29 days this
So
month.
they added one, right?
So they were like, listen, we're going to add one. Like,
They
somebody,
added one.
right. And they were like, but don't worry, we do realize it's a leap year. No, you didn't.
It was
You
a
got
little
this logo
asterisk.
made.
It was
Right.
a
And
little
it was in
asterisk.
parentheses and shit.
All right. Daryl, who you obsessed with this week?
Well, it's not necessarily an obsession, but it's definitely a whole lot of admiration here. It's Amari Hardwick. He's one of the dopest actors that I know, and I have had the privilege of talking to him on more than one occasion, and you know, just know his story, a Georgia boy, and you know, just the way that he came into acting and the role he's traveled. You know, it hasn't been easy, and just to see his work progress over time is definitely a career or that I want to have, I expect to have. But anyway, he keeps raising the bar, and he just keeps making me want to be better just to watch his work. So this is definitely a person who I look up to and want to celebrate for Black History Month.
What's he on there?
Power.
He's on Power.
Okay.
On Stars.
Everyone loves Power. Is it really?
I haven't watched it.
I watched one episode.
seen
I felt like
I've seen
I
one
chose.
episode.
I made a choice
She was,
between
like, rubbing her
Empire and
titties.
Power,
I was
and I went
over
with
it.
Empire.
You did?
Yeah.
I don't watch either, but
I
I
didn't
did
go
watch.
either.
I did watch one episode of both.
I think
Right.
Power is just more. Hood. I'm sorry if you
I can see that.
You know, you have any type of ties to any kind of hood, any kind of gang in the hood, then you would
Hattiesburg
definitely
got some
have love
hoods down there.
for it. No, we got hoods,
Y'all got
man.
some hoods in Hattiesburg?
Laguna, the bottom.
Okay.
Bahama, you
Oh,
know.
any city got a place called the Bottom, I believe.
All right, y'all. So for me, my obsession is kind of like a kind of group people together. So my obsession is actually all of the winners from this weekend SAG Awards, all the black winners from this weekend SAG Awards. So
That's racist.
You said that's racist?
Some all the black ones.
All the black ones. Yes, all the black ones.
I stay
There were only three?
We had, and I have three of them pictured here. So, Uzo from Orange is the New Black, she took home outstanding performance by a female actor in a comedy series for Orange is the New Black. Idris, he actually took home 2 awards, one for outstanding performance by a male actor in a supporting role for Beast of No Nation. He also got outstanding performance by a male actor in a miniseries or television for Luther. And Queen Latifah, she got outstanding performance by a female actor in a miniseries for Bessie. But also, along with for outstanding show for Orange is the New Black, you had Danielle Williams in there, and also I can't remember the other girl, but one of the other inmates, she's a black
Pusey?
girl in there, huh?
Pusey?
I can't think of her real name, but
Oh, I forgot.
you know, all those girls in there. So
You said they were nominated?
they won.
Oh, did they?
Because Orange is the New Black won, so as a series, just to recognize them individually. But Uzo, she got an individual award as an actress.
That's
So
cool.
that is who I would
do have a
obsess with.
question though.
What's up?
I mean, I feel like I love all these people who won, and I definitely support them. Do you feel that because of all the shit that's going on with the Oscars, that
listen.
The SAG were really black.
The SAG
SAG so black it should be
black
offset.
people won everything.
Right. SAG so black should be black because
Every
it was
award.
very black, and I was like, this kind of feels like I don't know if this is
But
legit.
the thing with the SAG Awards,
because they should have won.
it's
We know
the-
that they should have won.
It's the Screen Actors Guild Awards, so that award is voted
By
on
the
by all
peers.
the actors.
Yeah, by
so
the
all the
peers.
actors. But it is
Oh,
a question
as it
of
should be, right.
it is a question of did these white and other actors vote for all these black folks because of what's going on with the Academy Awards, or did they genuinely just think
Or
they
did
deserve to win?
or did someone go back and find these papers and saw that the real
They're
winners? They were
real
like, we
winners.
can go ahead and discuss this shit. Nobody.
I think
nobody really.
I would go more so with they voted for them because like, well, shit, y'all ain't getting no Academy Awards. Either way,
So
go, they
the
won.
people-
They received the actor.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be very black next year. The Academy Awards.
Academy Awards.
If you are a black actor, you better go on every audition in 2016 because the Academy Awards in
You think
2017 is gonna be the blackest event
It's
since
been 2
Hollywood.
years in a row that the Academy
Oh,
Awards
watch.
have been
It's gotta
all
be.
white.
Look at and then look at the movies that's
2016.
coming out. I bet they're gonna speed up this Harriet Tubman movie with
a great-
Viola Davis. They got Nate Parker's clearly gonna
Nate
get Best
Parker.
Movie and Best Actor. And then they're gonna find some black person to give the Lifetime Achievement. It's gonna be the year that Denzel Howley and Sidney Poitier took that Oscar home. It's gonna be that kind of year. Watch because they knew how much backlash they got this year.
Right. We will see.
So it's gonna be
Let's
two
see.
slave. It's gonna be two slave movies and
I'm
a
so
Lifetime
sick of-
Achievement.
I'm so sick of slave
You know,
movies
we
and
gonna hold
Oscars.
that. We
It's
gonna
so
hold that.
annoying.
We gonna hold
Ugh.
that for Tuesday. You know what? Actually, I'm sorry. Last point we make before we get out of here. Somebody said, "So do y'all know the new movie coming out? Y'all familiar with Pride and Prejudice, right?
Yeah.
So they have Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies coming out. Somebody's like, so what if they make a slave movie with zombies? Would that be disrespectful to the legacy, or
They tried. They did Lincoln and the Vampire Killer. Abraham Lincoln, remember that? They did Abraham Lincoln and the Vampire Killer.
we're talking about a straight like
Zombie
Django with zombies,
Zombies
or
in it.
12 Years a Slave.
Let me tell y'all something. If I ever
don't
see a
know.
slave movie,
We gonna get out of here.
I'm gonna
Darnell.
burn
Let them know where they can
Fairfax
find you.
and I'm gonna burn Fairfax neighborhood down.
Darnell, Darnell, let them know where they
You
can
know
find
I'm
you.
over on Fairfax. You can find me at Darnell Lamont Walker is my name. You can find me at where the fuck can you fly? Okay, it's passportrequired.com is my travel site. I also just bought Flight Supremacy and Flight Privilege as a play on white privilege and white supremacy.
I got that.
So so I just bought that. So you can check all those out. You can find me there, Darnell Lamont Walker, and you can Google me, and I'm everywhere. Sorry.
You can find me on Instagram, Chloe_is_dead15, or on Snapchat, which I don't remember my name on there, so I'll just pass.
Still
Just
not
find me on
into
Instagram.
My name is Daryl Blaylock. You can find me on Instagram, Daryl Blaylock Jr. My Twitter is countryboy24, and my Snapchat is Daryl Blaylock. So you can find me on all those sites, and you can find me on the web show called Sexless on blackandsexytv.bhs. And we got a big thing coming for Valentine's Day, so please check it out.
All right, and y'all can find me right here. Everything's at Jeffro5, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, all that stuff. Taco Talk Tuesday, we'll be here next week. If you guys want to come sit at the table, have a drink, some conversation, just email us. It's tacotalktuesday@gmail.com. But we will check you guys out.
Wait. I got one more thing.
Lord.
You can also find this week.
Okay.
Pan African starts.
Oh, yes.
So,
yes, Darnell, your
I
film
was
is being
filming Pan
featured.
African
Yeah.
Film Festival on 3 nights: the 8th, the 11th, and the 13th.
And tell them the name of the film.
The film is Seeking Asylum. If you want tickets, I can get them for $10, but I need 10 people to go. Otherwise, at $13 a piece. So, but come check it out. Check it out on the site, paff.org. It's all on there. Thank you.
Dope. Black Excellence. We'll catch you guys next week.
Bye.